Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and tonight I want to talk about here. Let me all right. I want to talk about something that's going on here with my show. Um, let's um I'm gonna talk about the NFL. Anyways, let's talk about this week. All right, so obviously I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna talk about everybody a little bit, but I'm not gonna be talk about everybody the same way. The games that I watched. Let me talk about my team first. My Philadelphia Eagles, um, versus the LA Chargers. Man, this game, Wentz played very good. I have to say, probably his best game in a long time. He really did a nice job. Clean game for Wentz. Pretty nice passes. Good job moving around. At times moving when he was getting flushed out of that pocket. Great game by Wentz. Great game by our running backs. I thought everybody stepped up a little bit. Everybody that played tonight in the running back position, I thought they all had a pretty good job. Shout out to the line. Shout out to Nelson Alligar, kind of showed up tonight. Alshon Jeffrey, all them boys. Shout out to everybody. Hell of a game. Hell of a game. Defensively, it continues to be a problem towards the end of the game. That the team seems to get kind of tired, and we let them back in the game. This game was controlled by us for about the first 45, 50 minutes of the game. And then the last 10 minutes, like it happened last week, like it happened the week before, like we struggled closing games out. We let the team back in. And that happened again this week. We were winning what? I don't even fucking, what the hell? We were, at one point, we were like 19-7, whatever it was. We only won by 2 points. We should have won by a lot more. But once again, the defense seems to get tired at the end. I'm not sure what happened. The secondary sucks. We all know that. But I don't know. It's just like the first, like I said, 45, 50 minutes of the game, we play very good defense. And then the last 10 minutes, something happens, and the team just starts scoring coming back. And it happened like last week. We were up by what? Like a lot of touchdowns. We had a 20-point lead. And then they came back in one quarter and scored 25 points. And then we had to win the game by a field goal. Like, we let them back in the game in just the last 10 minutes. Same thing happened this week. We let them back in the game, and we only won by 2 points. We could have won by at least 10. So that is what I do not like about this team right now. They let teams back in. They control the game the first 50 minutes, and then the last 10 minutes, they let the team back in it. And then it makes it... You have to play maybe some minutes that you should not have to be playing because the defense seems to get tired. I don't know what happens. And it has happened all season so far. That we control the first 50 minutes and in the last 10 minutes, they come back and we have ourselves a game when we should not really have ourselves a game. Now, we've been lucky at least the last 2 weeks to close it out, But last week was terrible. They scored all of their points in the last 10 minutes. We were able to win by a field goal. This week, we had the game pretty much in control. And then same thing. At the end, they started scoring. And we only won by 2. We should have won by like 10 or 15. That's the problem I have with this team. That the last 10 minutes, I don't know what happens. But other than that, it was a pretty good game. Like I said, Wentz did a pretty good job. Pretty clean game by him. The line did a pretty good job as well. The running backs, the receivers. For the most part, I like the game. It's just the same problem that we had last week. Not as we didn't. I thought last week was pretty bad. This week, because we even lost the lead last week. This week we didn't lose the lead, but still, it's been happening all year. For some reason, when it's time to close out the last 10 minutes, we just seem to let them back in it. I don't know if we're not in the best shape. We're getting tired. It has to be that we just can't play a full game. And it's not that we just can't play a full game. It's that we just seem to get tired a lot in the end there. But I don't know. But that's something that I would like to see a game where we can have the game in control and not lose it. Like, just finish it. Full game without... Well, maybe in the beginning, obviously the game just started. But like in the third, fourth quarter, keep it in. If you have the game under control, keep it under control. Don't have to worry the last 10 minutes. Oh my lord! That is what I'm feeling about this team. Anyways, good job, Eagles. Nice win. Let me talk about the other two games I saw tonight. Saw the Indianapolis versus Seattle. Indianapolis versus Seattle. This game, I knew it wasn't going to be very good. It actually looked a lot better in the beginning, but then at the end, Wilson, they took over. They finally woke up. They've been struggling this year. They finally woke up, and they put up 45 points. Shout out to them. Obviously, you can't be too happy about it because you played against the second-string quarterback in the Borset, but still, great game by you guys. You finally woke up, scored 45 points. Big game next week versus the LA Rams. I'm looking forward to that game. LA Rams have always lately beaten the Seahawks, so that'll be a good game. And now with the Seahawks scoring out 45 tonight, it's going to be good to see what we see next week with those two teams, because those two teams always play close games. And lately, even though the Rams have not been as good the last few years, they won a lot of those games. But this year, the Rams look for real, and obviously the Seahawks are there. Those are probably going to be the two in the AFC, and the NFC West. Those two. San Francisco is not a good football team. Arizona doesn't have to be like a good football team either. In fact, today they took them to overtime to beat San Francisco. So those are probably the two teams, LA and Seattle, that are going to be battling for that NFC West. But Halifax, thought tonight was important for Seattle to get going and put some points on the board, because they were really struggling this year with that. But yes, shout out to Seattle, Wilson, Sherman, everybody. Shout out, great win. Last thing I want to talk about before I completely go a small league here through the league. The last game I watched tonight was the LA Rams versus Dallas Cowboys. This is a game where I was very surprised. Okay, so it was, everybody has said, Prescott, Dakota Prescott, much better than Jared Goff. Much better than him. The LA Rams, the Eagles, they're so stupid for not picking Dakota Prescott. And he landed in the Cowboys left, like in the 5th round. That's been talk, and he's a lot better than both Goff and Winston. That's been the talk for a year now. That the LA Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles messed up by not taking Dakota Prescott. That has been the talk all year long now. What happened? Tonight, it was the number 1 pick, Jared Goff, versus Dakota Prescott, the 5th round pick, whatever it was. And everybody thought, especially last year, that the Dakota Prescott would have won this game versus Jared Goff. What happened? The first rounder won. The first round pick beat the so-called missed 5th rounder, Dakota Prescott. What a game this was. What a surprise. I have to say, I'm not as surprised because the LA Rams are scoring this year. They are scoring. At least, I think the least they have scored is just like 22 points. They are scoring. And it happened again tonight. They put up 35 points on the board. And the Dallas Cowboys, as good as they are, they could not keep up. It was for what, 30, 35, 35, whatever, 35, 31, whatever it was. But good game. I thought Dallas Cowboys had won the first half. But then I thought in the second half, LA Rams, Wade Phillips and that defense made the adjustments. And they started scoring. And I thought the LA Rams completely won the second half. But, I mean, there at the end, they did a pretty good job of closing it out. And this year, the first month of the year, what are we seeing? Dakota Prescott, who everybody thought was a steal. Everybody thought was going to be the best player in that 2000 last year's draft. Now, guys like Jared Goff, Wentz, are starting to get closer. For now, you're seeing that Dakota Prescott might not be that steal as much now the second year around, where Goff is starting to get better. Wentz is starting to get better. Now it doesn't look like that much of a steal when you have, who would have thought a year ago or, even last week, that guy, Jared Goff, who last year couldn't even get on the field until like the middle of the season, beat the so-called steal of the draft, Dakota Prescott. Who would have thought that? All of a sudden, that Dakota Prescott does not look so much more superior than a Jared Goff, than a Carson Wentz. All of a sudden, they're coming along. It is not to say that the Dakota Prescott has fallen flat on his face, because he hasn't. He is still as good as he was last year. The problem is the other two quarterbacks are coming now. Jared Goff is coming. Carson Wentz is coming. So that is it is nothing to do with Dakota Prescott. It has nothing to do with him. It's more of the other two coming. They're coming. Last year it was Dakota Prescott, Carson Wentz, and then Jared Goff. Now both Jared Goff and Carson Wentz are coming. I don't think they're quite there yet. I think, without question, Dakota Prescott is the best quarterback. But those two are starting to close in. Those two. Tonight they played a beautiful game, both of those, Jared Goff and Carson Wentz. A beautiful game by both of those men. And you just got to start wondering. That's how I am starting to just talk too much. But good win for the LA Rams. Very good win. I have to say, like I said, the LA Rams are ready. It was a question of Jared Goff. Could Jared Goff reach his talent? And he is starting to. And he has all the talent around him to go to the playoffs. Let's go around the league very, very fast here before I tune out the video. Green Bay Packers beat Chicago. We saw that on Thursday. We all know. My Eagles beat the LA Chargers. We already talked about that. The Saints 22-0 versus Miami. Very good game right there. This shit with Jay Cutler is not working out right now. It is not. I thought he was going to get better than Tannehill, but he has not been. Saints are coming along nicely. I believe they're 2-2 now. Next we got Buffalo surprising us by knocking off Atlanta. What a game right there. Hell of a win for Buffalo. Next we got Pittsburgh beats Baltimore. I can't be too surprised about that one. Cincinnati beats the hell out of Cleveland. What else? LA Rams, like I said, they beat the Cowboys. Houston Texans destroy Tennessee, where Marcus Mariota goes out with a leg injury. 57-14. Unbelievable game. Broke the rookie record for much touchdown passes than Watson. Hell of a game right there. Shout out to Watson for giving his money to the cafeteria workers for losing their house because of the hurricane. The Lions beat the Minnesota Vikings. The Lions are a good football team. Panthers upset New England. New England is slowly. You got an old quarterback now. Tom Brady's 40. He's not gonna do as good as he used to. I talked about it in the playoff last year. Like I thought he looked bad at times, and he will continue to look bad because it's normal. He's falling off because he has to. It's normal. It's a part of life. Just like Peyton Manning fell off, he's falling off now. Brett Favre fell off. Now so it's normal. He's been in the league for 20 years. It's normal that eventually he's gonna fall off. Nice win, surprising them. Jets surprised Jacksonville. To me, Jacksonville was one of the best football teams the first few weeks, but the Jets go up there and beat them. Arizona, San Francisco, like I said, in overtime, Arizona wins. Tampa Bay beats the New York Football Giants again. That team is a mess. I don't know. Ben McAdoo may get fired. I don't know what the hell's happening there. Ben McAdoo, the only reason that may save him is that it's only his second year. And they might not fire him. Other than that, they could fire the man. Denver beats the Raiders. Derek Carr goes out with a back injury. Apparently, they're saying he's going to be fine. They just got a little bit scared, but they're saying he'll be able to play next week. But still, the Raiders need to get their ass out of their head. Their ass out of their head. They are 2-2. They come on. Then Seattle 45 versus Indianapolis. We talked about that game a little bit. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good show tonight. I hope I didn't go too. Let's see. I hope I didn't go too long. It's a problem for me on Sundays. I want to cover the league, and it's hard for me to make short videos. I want to say sorry for all of you. But yes, that's what I have to say for tonight. It's hard on Saturdays and Sundays when I want to cover most of these games to not go over 10 minutes. But the goal is every time to go 10 minutes or less. But I have a feeling tonight I passed the limit. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of you for watching the CE show tonight. And yes, until next time, I will see y'all later. Let's see, what was the... Oh, shit. Oh, that's a... Oh, shit. 6... Oh, my Lord. I don't know how to get... It's very hard, ladies and gentlemen, on Sundays to make these videos very short. It's just very hard. I apologize. I have talked about it a lot of times that I want to go over it under 10 minutes. But it is impossible for me to cover the whole league in under 10 minutes. It really is. A lot of people get mad at me and my family tell me, hey, shut your mouth, Don't go over 10 minutes because the views are down. But it's very hard on Sundays. It's very hard to cover the league. And I want to respect every team. I know you guys hey, you didn't talk about the Miami. You didn't talk about the Saints. You didn't talk about the New England. So I want to talk about everybody a little bit and show everybody some respect. But it is a problem on Saturday, when you have to cover every game. Let me know down below if I should just cover 2-3 games. Let me know. I want to be a professional here. I want to look at every game. But yes, it is a problem because I do know, I do know that if you 10 minutes is less and I